Jody O'Hara here with the Stone County Enterprise Tomcat Insider. I'm joined by Coach Brian Oakes and Coach Todd Miller from Stone High School. Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Coach Oakes, probably not what anybody in Stone County expected last week heading up to Wayne County for the football game. I mean, we knew they were tough. We knew it was going to be hard to go into their place and beat them, but they essentially handed it to you.
Absolutely. Like I said, we knew going in it was going to be tough playing at Wayne County or Waynesboro, whatever you want to say. We've never been there. Our intent was to go in and try to make them earn everything. And, the first half, we basically give them three, big plays right there. And that hurt us down the stretch there.
You had talked before that, last time we sat down and did one of these shows, that there were three plays in the game that you wanted to get your way. They were game-changing plays. They were the ones that can change the outcome of the game, and you want to do everything within your power to make sure those three plays go your way. You had three of those plays in the first half. They all went Wayne County's way. Well, let's start with the first one. You guys are out there. You're slugging it out. They hold you. You take first possession. You hold them. Punt. Then you punt again. Then you hold them, punt, and you get called for 12 men on the field. I don't want you to knock the referees. The MHSAA officials. Coach Miller, I've watched that tape over and over. I've watched it frame by frame. And I said it even in the newspaper this week. They must use a different kind of math in Waynesboro than we use down here in Waynes.
Well, like I said, Jody, you usually have, in a heavyweight fight or, a good game, you got two good football teams. I said three plays, it could be four plays. But, usually, in a slug match right there, there are a couple of plays. Hopefully, those plays will fall in your favor. If all of them don't fall in your favor, you hope most of them do, and then your chances of winning are good. But, again, don't want to blame anything on the officials. But, going in, we knew it was going to be tough. We were going to have to play a good football game. We were going to have to play our best game of the year to beat these guys, and especially at their place. They're a good football team. I got a little upset. I was a little upset with our coaches on the sideline, because we have coaches that watch that kind of thing as far as getting the guys on and off the field and that kind of deal. And that was a big time momentum breaker. I'm not saying we had all the momentum, but it completely swung in their favor on a blatant call, and it just hurt us, and we basically, you could say we never overcame that.
Well, let's go from there. They get the illegal participation. You get the illegal participation penalty. They get the ball back on your 35-yard line. 7 plays later, Drick Jones hammers it in.
Right.
They go up 7-0. They kick off. I hate to do this. I like Charmand. I've been touting Charmand's number 7 ever since day one. Kickoff, little pooch kick up in the air. Charmand looked like he was playing soccer for Scott Maddox. Don't let the ball touch my hands. It comes off his chest. Right. They got the ball on your 35 again.
Well, we knew they were going to line up on a hash and kick it over, a pooch kick. We'd worked on it all week, and, just a lack of focus on his part. You know what I'm saying? You do that 100 more times, and he's going to catch 99 of them, just right. For whatever reason right there, just lack of focus or whatever. Give them credit. Again, they cashed in on our miscues. Right. Supposedly 12 men on the field, and they cashed in on it. Then, come back, like I said, and we bobble the kickoff and give them the ball inside our 40 once again to start the game off, is not real good there. They
score again, and then, to your guys' credit, they come back on the next possession and score a touchdown of their own. Cade Amaker made a great play on a deflected pass to catch it and get a first down. He then, I thought, scored on a couple plays later, and ultimately it took D to carry the ball in from the one.
Yeah.
But, so you went back, you got 7 points of your own, and then just a little bit later in the half, you're trying to punt out of your own end zone. Did the ball come off Cade? I don't know if Clint kicked Cade or kicked the ball and the ball hit Cade. they're right there on the door again.
Well, I think it was within, the last 2 minutes of the half. I think we picked the ball off. I believe it was on our 6-yard line. Jataris Willis made a great pick, and we were hoping to get out of the hole and run the clock out, and couldn't get anything established here on the line of scrimmage, and were forced to punt the football, and heck, it was a low snap. Clint had to step to the side to catch it and come up a little bit. It was a little slow, and he just kicked the ball. It was a low punt, and he kicked it right in the back of Cade. He wound up catching it and taking off running, and he only made it to the 10-yard line. So that was obviously not enough for us to gain a first down there.
So once again, they get that, essentially an easy touchdown. They get an easy scoring, so they go into the locker room 21-7. Let's take a break for commercial. We'll come back and we'll talk about that second half.
When did auto insurance become so complicated? Why do accidents happen fast but claims move slow? And when did we start trusting cartoon characters? If you're questioning your choices in auto coverage, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Jody O'Hara, and we're back at the Tomcat Insider. We've got Coach Miller over here yawning. What do we got? 18 days and you can start practicing basketball after school, right? So you'll be a little more excited come then, huh?
Well, I think we're looking forward to it. But right now, we're in the midst of a good football season going on.
Yeah. Coach Oak, second half, they come out, they score 21 empty points. The game's out of hand. There's I don't know, you're playing for pride at that point.
Yeah, you're just trying to. Well, actually, 21-7 with our offense. I still think we're in the football game. And that's what we told the kids at halftime is, guys, we did what we said we couldn't do. But still, we're going to go back out here in the second half and try to get back in this thing. Let's just play hard, and you never want to throw the towel in. You never want to throw the towel in, and our guys didn't. They played hard to the end. But like I said, it just, some things went their way, and we just never overcame that.
If you were not at the game, ladies and gentlemen, at halftime, the football team goes into the end zone and not the field house. Why was that, Coach?
Well, I'm going to tell you why we did that. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but, the walk. It would have taken us 5 minutes to get to the locker room. We had you walk across the parking lot all the way through some of their fans where they're tailgating and that kind of deal, and then you have to walk all the way back out there, and you lose 10 minutes. You don't have but a 20-minute half anyway. So I thought it would have been a waste of our time. We got done what we needed to get done, there in the back of the end zone. The best we could with the conditions the way they were. That's I thought that was our best option.
Perhaps a coaching opportunity you don't want to let go by the wayside when you're in transit.
Yeah, that's what I say is you take we had 60 kids dressed out, and you get those 60 over there. You have to get your fluids, your Gatorade and water and those type things. So it takes a little, a little thought, behind, doing halftime, especially when it was that far away. We just thought it was a better idea to, have it out there, where we were on the field.
A little bit about that the tailgating fans you mentioned down at that end of the field you'd have had to gone through. Coach Miller found me up there eating ribs and beans and corn. They got something going on up there in Waynesboro. Now, I don't see that happening here. At Perk Stadium, we don't have that ability, do we?
Well, actually, I tell you, I think we have a pretty good fan base in the stands. I'd like to get to where we can do something like that. All the tents and stuff. Well, what you get into down there, at AL May Stadium is the fence is so far away.
Right.
And it's just really not a conducive environment for that kind of deal. We would love it, but it just.
The places we've seen that last year at West Jones, this year at Waynesboro, the fences
right
are right there at the track.
Yeah.
And they're actually selling those locations. Sharpie Smith told me, and people rent them so they can. And boy, they had some partying going on.